All right, happy 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mr. GLOAT podcast, and we are taking you viewers downtown. Well, not really, because this is actually a half an hour long episode I'm thinking about making. There's not a lot of things I'm going to talk about, guys, because the month of July seems like it's actually a month made in heaven, depending on how this whole situation is going to end. Now, considering I only have 3 topics to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, and to be honest, they're not that much to talk about, so this might be a half an hour episode. I always do to this all the time because I always say that 30 minutes is the longest I can ever do a podcast to an hour and a half or even maybe a 2-hour podcast. That's how long I would do it. I know Shy Willie does her podcast long, but it's just her talking, but I don't want to do that type of content. It just seems boring and there's nothing entertaining. And if she's not going to play video games or anything else with her friends, collaborate, then there's nothing interesting. I'm not saying podcasts are boring. I just think we should take it to a minimum of probably just barely under a couple hours to make things less bored and have other people do other stuff in their free time for the rest of the day instead of watching a 7-hour radio show. It's not a radio show. But speaking about VTubers, ladies and gentlemen, considering this is the first topic I like to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new VTuber that goes by the name of Saba Samiko. To be honest, guys, okay, guys, let's be honest, guys. Today's July the 4th. It's Independence Day. It's not April Fool's Day, so there's no point to this, all right? There's no point. Guys, we already know it's Garagura. We already know. Come on, guys. It's not like how Ric Flair once wore a spider mask in WCW, or when Rick Rude came to WCW in 91 dressed up in an ugly, dumb, stupid mask showing its mustache during Halloween Havoc and how dumb that was, and he had to take it off even when he'd never even think about shaving his mustache. We already know it's Garagura, guys. And even though Fillion and other VTubers and other people out there, we already know it's Garagura, all right? Let's not think about it. But the reason I'm talking about this is that, guys, last couple months ago, I've already pointed this out, ladies and gentlemen, that even when Garagura was going to graduate her retirement and people are feeling bad that we would never see the light of the end of the tunnel again, and I keep saying this, guys, Garagura's legacy is not dead. She still has a long way to go with her life. So, and I've already talked about this on my podcast a month ago, or even during her graduation last month. So there was no point of us going through this, guys. There was no point. She already managed to make it through, and she already joined this account back in May the 4th, 2025. So technically, and it's even crazy because, guys, I already did a community post a couple of days ago stating it took her 4 YouTube videos and it gave her 1 million subscribers in barely just a few days after she even started her YouTube channel of this start for Saba Samiko. And I'll be honest, I really do love the character and the design of it. It's pretty crazy. I really enjoy it and enjoying some of the stuff that she's doing. I just feel bad that now her videos have millions of views right now, and it is funny that there's even shorts out there of her doing it again. She does it again. She gets, like, guys, Saba Samiko is like Rookie of the Year of YouTube right now. She's already starting off big, and that's because Garagura, instead of being a shark, it took her a few days to get 1 million subscribers from being a fish. So that's pretty amazing for where it is. And I know Fillion, guys, I don't know how these VTubers like Fillion even realized that they got an update about this new VTuber, and I questioned myself, and Saba Samiko is saying this, oh, I'm sure you don't know who I am, and then you're having Fillion saying this, It's we already know it's Garagura, all right, guys? It's not April Fool's Day. It's the 4th of July, Independence Day. I could say whatever I want to, all right? If it was April Fool's Day, I would be like, okay, I'll follow with this joke, but it's not, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? Let's just take that away for what it is. It is what it, hold on. Oh, it's okay. Sorry. But to be honest, guys, let's just try to take it as minimum as best as we can. But yet again, it is interesting. It took her just maybe a few days. And like I said, her first videos like her first ever video was uploaded last month ago. That was a 2-minute 22-second video, and this is the sound of the video. It's just a tiny blue fish. So I'm not going to play the full song, guys, but it's 2 minutes and 21 seconds long. And this was uploaded on May the 18th, 2025. Wow. Wow, go figure, man. 365 days after Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk undisputed fight happened. That's crazy. Still, that's pretty crazy for what it is, man. So yeah, she uploaded her first video during this time. But guys, I am curious to find out, because it seems like some people heard about this. Like let me go past 20 seconds here and see what I can get. Wait, what's the final 30 seconds of this video? Saba Saba. I'm trying to find something interesting here. You can hear those sounds, but okay, no, it's just a looping track over again, which is it's kind of catchy. I kind of enjoy it. It's a catchy tune. Oh hey, look, Bad to the Bone by Hulk Hogan rules. Crazy, I didn't know I got requested for that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that there's some people out here, guys. There's one popular comment here by a person named Argnator. And he comments, "Oh boy, I hope this brand new fish tuber will get a nice niche community, nice and small and stress-free and friendly, where everyone can joke and be happy." Dude, this VTuber is so far ahead of you. You have no idea what you just commented last month ago. You have no idea or what is about to happen. And look at this. This other person named 19 Ledor, Ledor, commented, "Imagine someone with no context finding this channel that has over 400,000 subscribers and just this video with 1.4 million views. And this video was commented last month ago. Dang, so this YouTube channel got big before Samiko got her first live stream video before the end of this year, of the month or so? That's actually crazy. So it seems like a lot of people know who she was, or maybe Fillion was just guys, I think Fillion and other VTubers knew something about this, because how can the online internet know about this person? That's interesting. Pretty interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, like I said before, guys, the voice is pretty obvious, but yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. No, we still have a couple interesting topics to talk about. Here we go. Okay, guys, so the second topic. Guys, I know there's a lot of people that are hating this right now, and it's going to be stupid already. And my third topic is already going to be something a lot different for some reasons. But I got to get this over with. And even though this is a half an hour podcast that has not much to talk about, so I'm just gonna take this over. So guys, I did try to talk about Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. about last week ago, but after the Deontay Wilder and Hernandez fight a day ago, and then this fight happened, I tried to write some notes down in the first couple rounds, and seeing what I was looking at, I just gave up everything from watching it, and I just cut all of it down, because after watching one fight of Wilder, I just couldn't watch it. The only thing I didn't realize is that one of these two fighters, whoever wins, will be in the WBA rankings. And there were already reports about it on July the 1st, but the updates came out on box.live, boxingrankings.com, on July the 2nd. And here's what it says. So Gilberto Ramirez is still the champion. Ranked number one in the WBA is 2 TBA, vacant. So no one is number one, which I think we can already tell why. Number 2 is with Leonardo Muscu. Leonard Perez, number 3, he went up 1 spot, just like Leonardo. A British fighter named Yumbi is number 4. He went up 1. Same for Mike Perez. He went up 1. Arsen Golamirian went down 4 spots from number 2 to number 6. Yuniel Dorticos was number 1, but after his loss against Ramirez, he dropped down 6 spots to be at number 7 in the rankings. Umar Salamov, still number 8, with Chris Bellum-Smith, number 9. Raymond Fress from Germany is ranked number 10 now. He went up 2 spots. Same thing for Alexei Egorov, went up 2 spots, number 11. And 3 spots for Papin, another Russian fighter, went up at number 12. Giovanni Christian, a Italian boxer that's 12-0, he just got up in the rankings today at number 13. With Jake Paul at number 14 in the rankings, with Craig Parker, the hype job competitor I'm looking up right now, number 15. He went down 1 spot. It's bad because, guys, even though Edin Puhala was number 11 and Joe Smith Jr. was number 10 and they're dropped out of the rankings, Fire Ray Arswin was number 7 last month. And considering he's in his mid-50s, I'm surprised that he's still kicking in as a boxer. But because of Jake Paul and the Yuniel Dorticos losing his number 1 spot because he lost, and that rankings vacant for number 1, Fire Ray Arslan dropped out of the rankings because of the Jake Paul thing. And yeah, that upsets me there. It really does. Before I talk about Jake Paul one more time, let's get to the WBA rankings for the heavyweight. So Fabio Wardley, interim WBA champion, so he's dropped out of the rankings. And to be honest, guys, nothing's really changed for other boxers being dropped out of the rankings except Fabio Wardley because he's interim champion. Michael Hunter, Moses Atama, Jarrell Miller, Lanier Perot, Martin Bakali, they're now number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They went up 1 spot. Philip Hergovich went up 2 spots from number 8 to number 6. And Deontay Pettigrew, a guy that I do know a lot about, went up 4 spots from number 11 to number 7. Nelson Heisa went up 1 spot. He's at number 8. Dave Allen, he went up 3 spots. He's number 9. Mahmoud Achar, I'm really surprised that he's still number 10 right now. He didn't lose a spot, but he did lose momentum of not being ranked as high as you think he would. And guys, even though there's talk that he might fight against Anthony Joshua for a tune-up fight, who knows? He should even take on Deontay Pettigrew if Pettigrew can even get out of Chicago, Illinois, and just if they got a right promoter for him. Because, guys, like Deontay Pettigrew has already got wins against Terrell Jamel Woods in 2022 with that hype job win. Yes, he's under 300 pounds, but his wins in 2013 against Devin Vargas, which was a good win, and a fight in 2024 for the WBC Fecker Box champion against the Nigerian fighter last year was another good win for him. And it is bad that there's some fans out there that don't know who he is, and he's already fighting in July the 19th as we speak, which stinks, but it is what it is. But Manuel Achar, I do think, because this is his 20th year in boxing, who knows if he does have 1 fight in him. Like, look at this, Murat Gassiev, he's up 2 spots to number 11, and Justice Hooney, he was number 7. Now he dropped down 5 spots to number 12. Daniel Perot and Yoandi Toirak, they went up 1 spot to number 13 and number 14, which means the number 15 spot that is now in the rankings right now is Joseph Goudal. He's now in the rankings right now as he just went up 1 spot to number 15. He was number 16. Now he's number 15. So, yeah, nothing's really changed much about the WBA rankings. But, guys, you know what I love about this whole WBA ranking system? You have these other ranking boxers like Efe Ajagba, Anthony Joshua, and even like Frank Sanchez, Bekadir Jalilov, Richard Torres Jr. Some of these boxers that are in the rankings right now are in the other rankings for WBO and IBF and WBO, but they're not ranked in WBA. And you have Mahmoud Achar and Justice Hooney, Yoandi Toirak, and Deontay Pettigrew. These guys aren't even ranked in any of the other bodies. They're only ranked in WBA, which I still find it very hilarious to talk about because it just goes to show you what the WBA rankings do. But guys, you want to know what I love about the WBA rankings? I love that Jake Paul is in the rankings. Like, you have a YouTube star that's a YouTube star. I love saying that a bunch of times. You have this YouTube star as Jake Paul, the YouTube star. he is in the rankings. And is this the first time a YouTuber has ever been ranked? Like a YouTube star. Is this the first ever time that a YouTuber star, okay, I'm tired of saying YouTube star, but is this the first time a famed YouTuber has been ranked in the top 15? Now, there's a lot of critics out there that are hating this, and it's bad, but I like it because it makes the WBA that entertainingly ridiculous, because it's like WWE. It's like one of the years of draft picks where you have Rene Dupree, one of the WWE superstars back in the 2000s, being ranked number 1 in one of the SmackDown Raw brands for the WWE draft pick, and he's draft pick number 1 in the WWE, and some people criticize that for how stupid it was. But it reminds me of Baker Mayfield, or even all of those other NFL draft picks for the Cleveland Browns that became draft picks. Like, can you imagine if WWE draft pick takes place in Cleveland and they do the draft pick there, and they draft pick the worst person ever to make things controversial and stupid? It makes no sense. Like, it doesn't make sense unless if you're from Cleveland and you're a Cleveland Browns fan in football, because people that pay attention to Cleveland Browns as much, their draft picks are so bad. It just goes to show you how ridiculous it is, because of how you have a football team that just can't catch a break in life. So yeah, it's funny, and that's what I'm enjoying about this. But you have Jake Paul ranked number 14, meaning that he can have a shot for a title. But you know what's funny? He's ranked number 14 in the cruiserweight, but he's calling out Anthony Joshua in the heavyweights. That makes no sense. Guys, he can even call out Badu Jack, and someone can give him a title shot against that past prime fighter. Who knows, guys? It might happen, and it might not happen. It's funny to talk about this now, but getting out of my system is the most dumbest thing I can ever say. But you know what? Looking back at it, I still find this ridiculous, because it just makes you wonder why. I need a drink. I'll drink later. We're almost done. But it makes you wonder why all of this has to happen. It just goes to show you that there's a lot of critics out there that hate it. There's a lot. Like, Counterpunch Boxing doesn't like it. Neither a guy called Henry, he doesn't like it. And even the Pain Game YouTube channel, I do enjoy a little bit. He doesn't like. No one likes Jake Paul being ranked because of how criticized it is. Guys, what I love about boxing and the WBA, it's like WWE. Like, guys, I'm sure if Shakespeare was still alive today, Shakespeare would love the WWE because of how it's a scripted performance of an art thing, similar to Shakespeare poetries and such, because it's all an act. Same for WWE, and you have it. But the thing about it is that it's a story-based thing. Like, is there a reason why it took over 86 or so years for the Boston Red Sox, like 1918, wait a minute, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98. Yeah, is there a reason why it took 86 years for the Red Sox to win their first World Series since 1918 to 2004? Like Shakespeare would love the Red Sox, and I'm sure Shakespeare would love this ridiculous idea of the WBA ranking out these nobodies. That's what makes this entertaining. I love it. And it might give us a statement for how far Jake Paul is going to go, because guys, if Jake Paul makes one messed up mistake, his career is over. And he has to live with that, because he already knows, like, he already barely suffered a career-defining end to boxing because of Tommy Fury, but does he have what it takes to box any of the people in the top 15? I don't think so, and to be honest, I'm curious to find out more updates about that as soon as this thing moves on. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're already almost 20 minutes into this podcast. So the last topic I'm going to talk about, guys, is what am I going to do for July? So, guys, the month of July is going to be an amazing feature of a lot of interesting events. So, guys, I can't find information of what a WBA belts that are taking place because BoxRec has took a lot of the WBA fights, so I don't know much about whether there's any out there, but who knows. But, guys, I will tell you viewers this. There is a lot of scheduled fights on July the 5th that are taking place around the world with a lot of interesting boxers that are not in the rankings as much, and pretty much it will give us some interesting feats of strength to understand who and who is not going to be in the world of boxing, because after everything else going on, guys, it's going to be interesting to talk about. So Jack Catterall is going to take on Harlem Eubank, one of Chris Eubank's cousins, which is actually Chris Eubank Jr.'s brother, I think. Harlem Eubank is a 21-0 undefeated fighter fighting for the IBF Intercontinental Welterweight title against Jack Catterall. And we're going to find out how good he is, because if for some reason we're going to have to see how this goes, because Jack Catterall already suffered his second professional loss against Arnold Barboza Jr. back in February by a close split decision. So we're going to have to wait and see how that turns out. But I think the real information is going to take place a lot sooner than a lot of people should even give us credit for, because on July the 11th, ladies and gentlemen, we already have an interesting undefeated record for some reason here, because someone's might have to go, because, to be honest, it's going to be funny because, so on July the 11th, ladies and gentlemen, we already have the Madison Square Garden. We have Jake Paul Promotions with his MVP. I already talked about the Katie Taylor and Mana Serrano. And, guys, I'm already expecting another controversial fight here for Katie Taylor to win. Ellie Scottney might pull out a 10-round decision as well. Alicia Baumgartner, 10-round decision. Savannah Marshall and Shadicia Green, that will be a devastating knockout fight for anyone for super middleweight. Even though the Baumgartner and Jennifer Miranda and Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor are the undisputed title fights for super lightweight and super featherweight, I think we all have to pay attention to Chernurka Johnson versus Sharetta Metcalf. It's not much of an entertaining fight because these two girls have lost fights before. Chernurka Johnson had a controversial loss and a loss against an ugly woman after she was wearing a thong during a weigh-in. And a lot of fans didn't like that. It was up saying that the fight was not good. She lost against a woman that was not a knockout person, and she was. Sharetta Metcalf picked out an upset victory to become IBF champion, and Chernurka is a WBA champion. The WBC and WBO champions are on the line for vacant because of Dina Thorson was pregnant, so she stepped out of the fight. Jessica Kamara, Hayter, Chantel Cameron, that's for WBC interim champion. We have Ramal Ali and Leila Furtado. Tam Thibault and Mary Casamassa, that's the Someone's Has to Go record, so I am going to be curious to watch that fight. It will be interesting. So that will be an interesting night for boxing, for all due to respect. If anything goes wrong, then we're going to have to wait and see what happens. And guys, on July the 8th, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to Japan in Korakuen Hall, watching multiple heavyweight fights, where this might be a Japanese heavyweight, Asian heavyweight tournament going on, because we have some undefeated guys that are in their first professional fight. So I think this is a tournament to declare who is going to be in the heavyweight division right now. So I wish Japan best of luck, because I gotta wish them best of luck. Dangan Promotions, they have to get their luck better next time to make sure this won't happen again. July the 12th, ladies and gentlemen, William Zepeda is taking on Shakura Stevenson on the WBC belt. On the Oscar De La Hoya card, we'll have the WBC super lightweight title with Alberto Puello versus Sabril Matias. That will be an interesting card to talk about. To be honest, we don't know if William Zepeda will pull out a good victory here. Someone's has to go. We do have something on July the 18th that I'm going to be turned on with, as we have Chris Thomas, a 15-1-2 fighter, will take on Gurgen Havhanyatsian, a big gug fighter ranked 51 in the heavyweight, an Armenian fighter. We're going to see how this Armenian fighter will take on a ranked 342 fighter on Amari Piadra promotion on DAZN. So that's going to be another interesting thing to talk about. And then on July the 19th, we have fights around the world. Diego Pacheco is going to have a fight in Ford Center in Frisco against Trevor McCumbee for his 24th professional fight. It's going to be interesting. That will be live. Live, as long as my computer stays alive here. Please? Hello? Please, I got 4 minutes left of my podcast here. I think my computer's broken. Oh, boy. Wait. Oh, good. Is that on Eddie Heard Promotion? Yes, Eddie Heard Promotion. With Jesse Bam Rodriguez and his unified super flyweight titles will be on the line as well that night. So be careful for that. We will have multiple fights for Undisputed for the Usyk and Dubois and other fights, but we'll get to that soon. On July the 25th in Australia, Auri Malacia will fight for the WBA light heavyweight title against Shi Kanui, as she is the world champion. She's ranked number 2, but in the light heavyweight, but not for long, as we have Carissa Shields on July the 26th with, obviously, she's going to fight against Lonnie Daniels for her undisputed title fights on July 26th. So that will be another interesting moment to talk about. So interesting. We will have other interesting fights to talk about. Just like Bekadir Jalilov, he's going to be in his 16th professional fight against another fighter. We're going to see how good he is at rank number 25 in the world. And most importantly, well, technically, there's not much to talk about, guys. At the end of the day, guys, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So, pretty much, that's about it. We have Umut Kamkiran taking on Todorshi Setkov for the WBC Asian heavyweight title. So, in a 10-round fight. So, we'll see how good Kamkiran's 24th professional fight will be, because he's boxed for now 12 years now. He's ranked number 50 in the heavyweight division. So, yeah, but the thing is, he's 36 years old, guys. So, but I do believe he might get something here. Like, he might get a contender's shot for something here right now. Like, he is WBC champ, but the thing is, I think they're just trying to bum this guy away, because who knows where he's going to go. As for everyone else, guys, Moses Atama, we do have an interesting fight to say about him on August the 16th, but that will be a long way to go for the Dillian White. So Mizuki Hiruta is going to get her 9th professional fight against someone else on August the 15th back in America. So, yeah. All I could say is, guys, for whatever's going to happen, it will be an interesting show. The month of July is like a month made in heaven, but I don't know how it's going to end, so we're going to have to wait and see. There is more to this, but just have to wait and see. And with 1 minute left of my podcast, guys, I'd like to say thank you for watching this podcast. It's going to be interesting, but yet again, we might as well have to wait and see. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this podcast. I will be reviewing out a UFC 6 soon enough, as we're coming close to July the 11th for the pay-per-view. And today, I'd like to say happy Independence Day for all you people. We'll see what happens in the future. And also for Saba Semekus, congratulations for your 1 million subscribers. I hope I can get there one day, because I've been patient for the last 8 years. So, yeah, why are we waiting? Just give it to me. And I'm still trying to get discovered. So we'll have to wait and see, guys, what happens. But still, thank you for viewers for watching this episode. And with that being said, Foxwolf out.